All right, so 1722 Lewis Ave, 32 1253, right? And I'm looking at the pics. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty old. Probably never been updated at all. All right, cool. So what's the best comp that you found?
Comp I found was 2205 Ash
ASH?
Las Vegas, Nevada. Should be a 332.
2205, right? Ash. So yeah, it's a 32 1299, and it's sold at.
That was less than a 30-day, so I'm multiply that by.
All right, perfect. So cool. So we got a 3-2 in the subject property, and then we got a 3-2 in the comp 1299 comp. Yeah, that's perfect, bro. That's good. And then even what it kind of looks like, you could barely see this first picture for the subject property, but it looks like it's. I always try to like match, like Eric was telling you earlier, like apples to apples. Like even the house sometimes has to be made out of the same material. Like you can't compare like this. The comp, it looks like it's brick, and I wouldn't compare a brick house to a wood house, right? So this is cool. This looks like it'll work. So now let's check out the numbers. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do on my end? I'm gonna double check this on Privy. So on Privy, it just what's it called? It generates the comps automatically. Like that's one cool thing about Privy, that you don't have to really be looking by hand. Sometimes it works. Like sometimes it gives good comps. Sometimes for whatever reason it doesn't. And the comps that Privy gives you, it gives you like what an investor last did. So the first one that it's giving me here on Privy is 1504 Chris. And if you're able to, bro, see if you could. Are you on a what are you on right now? You on a laptop or what is it? On your iPhone. All right. Oh, don't worry about it then. It's all good. I'll just double check because this is gonna be too hard for you to be checking everything. Um. All right. Hold on. So the best comp that Privy saying we got is this household at 390. Wait, but let me change the date. All right, so 320, and the square foot is 1256, and it's a 3-2. Okay, I like this one too. Check 1417 Joshua Way in Vegas. Um,
1417 Joshua.
yeah, Joshua and Way. So let me click on this. And this one is like super close to Lewis too. It's like one, two. It's like two streets over.
I see it's 327. So it's at 320.
Yeah, yeah. And when did that sell? That sold in the 18th of this month. What did this one sell? This one sold on the 12th. So I think these are cool comps, bro. They're good. Let me see the pictures on this. So I'm looking at Joshua right now. Yeah, yeah, it's nice. It looks like they did a full flip, floors, paint, bathroom. Yeah, man, it's good. So both of these are cool. So let's use this one. Let's use Joshua Way. Or actually, you know what? Let me check my numbers with your numbers on Ash Ave. So what figures did you get for this one? Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Yeah. 199. So the MAO, max allowable offer. Yeah. So just nah, it's all good. It's all good, bro. So just think about that, right? We're That means that if we were to call this agent, which is cool, we're gonna get to a point where we're gonna do it anyway, right? But we're gonna call this agent and we're gonna tell them, hey, this deal or this would only work for us if we came in. We'll just round it up just to an even number. We'll say 200,000. We're like automatically come in and we're knocking off 100 grand off of this price that they have, right? And it looks like they've been on the market for 150 days, so I'm sure that's why, because it's just way too expensive. It's priced like way too high. So what was the one that I got on Joshua? So you got this one, it was 332, and see this one's 320. So if anything, I would go with this one here on Joshua because it's like even more recent than the one that you got, right? So I would probably go with this with Joshua. If I were to do my comp, I would be like, yeah, this is the perfect comp. So I'm sure if we do the math for this one, let's just do it just for shits and giggles. We'll do 320, 123 times the 60%. We're at 192. So yeah, we'll tell this guy that we need to come in here at 190,000. So that's good, man. You did the good math. So we're what and you know what we could do too, like when it's like that, because like we mentioned earlier, we could like investors they're buying properties at between 60 to 70%. So 100 grand just off the top, like that's hella aggressive, right? So I would even suggest this, like if it's too much like that, we could even go the other route and do 70%. So if I were to come in here and do, I'm gonna grab the comp price, right? The 332, 332, 123, and I'll multiply that by 70%. Yeah, zero point 0.7. We're at 232. Let's say we'll offer them 230. So that's a little bit more like what's the word, bro? Like I don't know, like yeah, a little closer to what these guys are asking for. So we could even do that, which at that price, uh, we're still like in the profit margin. Like we'll still be making money if we were to get rid of this, right? So at 70%, um, we'll still be good. We'll still be in the green, I guess you could say. So just take that into account too. Like if the math gives you like the numbers are the numbers, bro. Like we're not if it's like too crazy and this guy's like, yo, we're not gonna take anything less than 300, then that's totally cool. That's totally fine. We're not gonna like burn any bridges with nobody. Like it is what it is. Like we got to be at 230 in order for things to work, right? And if for whatever reason this one doesn't work, then we're not gonna be burning any bridges with these agents. We'll just tell like this chick, her name is Carmen, the one for Lewis. We'll just be like, hey, that's cool. Maybe this one might not be for us. We'll just sit on the sidelines for this one. We'll keep an eye on it, and if anything else pops up and you're on your radar, like that needs work, like any fixers, like keep us in mind, like contact us, like because these agents are gonna keep getting these properties. Like she might not get this, and she might not get this sold, bro. Like this might be on the market for a whole nother month. Like the one thing that we got to do with her is like get her on the line and see what's going on. Like, hey, what's the story on this? Like, what's up with the seller? Like, do they have any sort of wiggle room now? Like, the longer it's on the market, usually like sellers they'll get a little bit more jittery. Like, yo, like they because they want to sell, right? Like this property's been on the market for 150 days. Like that's a long time. How much is that? That's more than that's like 4 months almost. Yeah. So and usually, excuse me, like us as agents, because I'm an agent here too in Cali. Um, we tend to get our contracts. They usually range from like 4 months to 6 months. Like if I tell the seller, hey, I'm gonna help you sell your house, the contract usually lasts between 4 to 6 months. So this agent too, like she's coming up on her. I don't know if she got it for 4 months or how many months, but she's coming up on that crunch time where like that contract is gonna expire, and she's gonna lose this listing. And looks like she's getting. It usually says right here the compensation. Oh, here it is. So for Lewis, she's got a 2% buyer's fee. So I'm sure she wrapped this up at 4%. So if she were to sell this at whatever this is, 300,000 times 2%. She'll make it like a cool 5 to 6 grand on this if she sells it like that. But if we were to come in there, like, I don't know if you got the script earlier, right? I sent it to you. Like, we try to tell the agents to represent us as well. So if we were to come in here and we were to be like, yo, we need to get this at 230,000. But you could rep us, you'll double end the deal. So she'll not only just get the 2%, but she'll be getting the other half, which will now be 4%. And that'll give her like between 9 and 10, like closer to 9, like 8 and 9K. So that's money that she's gonna be missing out on. So I would say the next step for this one, um it would be hitting them up and seeing what's up, using that script, like. But that depends on you. If you want to hit them up, I'm totally fine with that. If you want us to hit them up on our end, we could do that too. But this is still something that you brought to us, so we're still going to be working on this together. We're going to be, and that's how we're going to present ourselves when we make these calls, like, as a team, like we'll see each other on the emails, like, hey, I'm working with my associate, my bad, bro. What was your name again? I'm sorry, dude. Ledell. I'm working with my associate Ledell. If anything, like, he'll be in contact with you if you can't get a hold of me, or vice versa. So that's how these things will work. So that's cool, man. That's a good job. Yeah, yeah, definitely. And that's how we're always going to be presenting ourselves. That's how we make our calls. Like, we present ourselves as a team. It's not just like a me thing. It makes it sound more like credible too. Like, you're like a legit investor. But this is good, man. You did a good job right here in Lewis. So I'll definitely. Did you heart this already on Zillow? So we saw that the number where we gotta be at, right? We gotta be like at 70% ARV. We gotta be at around 230, right? That was the number. So if I were you, I would heart this, keep an eye on this, and just put this on the list of like follow ups you gotta do. Um, let's take a look at the next one you got. What you got? Okay, hold on. Mm-hmm. Wait, my bad. So 2261. Uh huh. 261 Portobello, and that's the 221719, right? 1719 square feet. Okay, so yeah, this looks like an investor came in here and they started to do work. Excuse me, and they probably ran out of money or something happened, and they just like stopped the job in the middle. So that's cool. That's good for us. Um, all right, and what about the comp? What was your best comp? Hmm. So 1765 Santa Anita Drive, right? It sold at 421. Okay, cool. I got it right here. So our subject property, the one that we're looking at, is a 2-2 1719, and this comp is a 3-2 1497. So 1516. That's the best you found. Oh, the boundary. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah. So this house, obviously, like compared to this subject property, like it's just, it's a clean house, right? I wouldn't say it's completely flipped. Like when I look for a comp, I want to find something that is like if not completely flipped, like at least like a light fixer up, or like usually even if anybody just came in here and did like a lipstick makeover, right? Like they just put some floors and did some paint and like cleaned up the spot, like even that's good enough. This looks like it's just, somebody was probably living here for a cool minute and they just kept the house clean, right? It looks like they've never even updated the kitchen or nothing like that. So those are things I tend to notice, like first off. But yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool. Let me see if I could. Man, I wish I could share my screen with you, bro. But that Google Meet is tripping. But it's all good. Let me look this up on Privy real quick. Nah, Privy. I think it's like $90 a month. 90. It's around there. But so that's what we're. I don't know if we mentioned it earlier, but once like we start working more, you get like a couple deals under you, and like and we see that obviously you're serious, right? Like about this, like, but that we can work well together. We'll give you access to like platforms that we have, and even like our CRM, where we have like lists that are just like ready to go. They just need to be like contacted. Like that's usually for off market stuff. But for now, like for the moment, like what we're doing, like for example with you, like you could focus on market stuff. If we could get a few deals under our belt with that, then we'll start giving you more access to like other platforms and stuff that we have, other tools that we have. But yeah, let me take a look at this real quick. Portobello. So all right, so Portobello. So Privy's like cool. It's pretty much like Zillow. Like right now, what I'm doing, I'm drawing that boundary thing on here too, so it could just give me the best comps. But and when did Santa Anita sell? That was in September, right? Yeah, yeah, September. Yeah, so on Privy, like according to like that boundary that I just set, the best comp it's giving me. Yeah, there's sometimes Privy like it's cool, but then sometimes I like would still go and even double check like Zillow, bro. Like that's how good Zillow is. Like and Zillow's free, so sometimes Privy could be like really good. Like right now, it's not giving me any good comps. Maybe there just aren't any good comps. Even you said this yourself, right? Like you couldn't. That was like the best comp that you could find. But let me see if I could find one right here on Zillow. Let me see. So where are we at? We're right on north of Flamingo Road and Southeastern Ave. So
So it looks like there's a couple. One sold last year, a couple sold last year, 2 years ago.
so
I'm just now seeing this one's sold 228.22.
mhm.
3 beds, 3 baths, 1824 square feet.
Hold on, check it out. So Flamingo and Eastern. Okay, so Houses.
Yeah, because you speak their language. I'm getting way more comfortable than the first time.
Really?
Yeah, like
Did you mess with the days on market though? I mean, I'm no the sold in the last 90 days. Remember, that's our cap, 90 days. That's as far as back as we could go. Yeah, I remember that.
she has 6 results.
So Flamengo and Eastern. So we're right here. And
25.96.
mhm. So there's one right here at 510. This is a 3-2 1719. This is a 3-2 1719. Okay, but this one's got a pool. So look at this one that I just found. See, I'm gonna message you the link.
Well, so the good news is because you're an agent already. Is it already have that discipline?
Pawnee.
Yeah, 15.
That's you saw that one too. So this one, according to the like my boundary, it's still cool. It's right in there. It's right before Desert Inn, and it's within the boundary that we want to comp. So let me see this one. The only thing about this is that it does have one extra bed, and it also got a pool. I don't think we have a pool, right? I don't say. Um, yeah, I don't think we facts and features. Usually Zillow it'll tell you everything. All right. So cool. Say we don't have a pool. So right there, that extra bed, that's automatically when we're gonna do our numbers. That's automatically like a 10K off from our offer price, right? Or we're gonna be adding that actually because these guys they got a extra bed. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, subtracting that. And the pool. The pool is a big factor as well. Like pools, typically, like we'll do between like 25 to 30K, and that's being like very like approximate. Usually, that's what it'll cost to like the bare minimum to add a pool to a home. You're looking at between like 25 to like 30K, right? That's just like a standard figure that we'll use just to keep things easy, right? So let's do the numbers on this one. Yeah, if there's a extra bed or a bath, we'll just leave it at 10K. So if there's an extra bed on the comp, uh, we just gotta subtract that from the original property, right? So for this property, um, yeah. So I just don't like for that original comp that you got, the one on San Anita. Like I just yeah, I just want stuff that's like fixed up that you see it and you're like, oh yeah, these guys they put some money into this. So let's use the figures. What was that one? What that one sell at for? What? Santa Anita or this one, Pawnee? Pawnee. Let me see. All right, cool. Let me see. Let me check. So this is October 9th. Sorry, September 9th. All right, so this sold for 510,000, and you multiplied the 85, right? Because it's more than 30 days.
Was it a 9? When did it come out?
So September 9th.
September 9.
Yeah,
We're in October
24th.
24th.
Yeah, so
Okay,
so so if we run it again, we're doing 510,000. We'll multiply that by the 0.85, and then we'll multiply by the 0.60, right? By the 0.6 by 60%. So So minus, let's say 25K, and minus the bathroom. So 30. Let's just say 35K. 35K. 225, right? And these guys are asking for 325. See, like another one, 100K. So we'll run it back how we did the other one. Well, instead of the point 0.6, we'll do the point 0.70. So 510, 123 times 0.85 equals 433 times 70% equals 303 minus, what do we say, 35? Yeah, minus 35K. 268. So yeah, see, that's a little bit, that might be a little bit more bearable for this guy if we hit him up. So this guy, how long have they been on the market? No, oh, this one's kind of fresh actually. Wait, let me double check though. 9 days on Zillow. Yeah, yeah, like they're they've been through the ringer, I guess you could say, right? Like I'm sure if it's on the market for like a month, maybe more, like these agents, they've been getting calls and like people shooting them numbers, shooting them offers, like lowballing them, or sometimes dudes will, like what I've seen recently, like they'll go in and if this is listed, if Portobello is listed at 325, they'll go in and they'll offer like, all right, cool, let me do a 325, and then while they're under contract, like there's certain strategies like they'll use like the inspection period where they'll actually do a home inspection on it, which sometimes it depends what state you're in, but like an inspection on a property costs like 300, $500, and they'll get whatever's wrong with the property, they'll highlight that, and then they'll tell the agent, hey, this is why I need to come in at this price, or this is why you need to reduce the price to whatever they get it to. That's like that's a little sketch because you're like already investing money without even knowing if you're gonna have any return, right? But it's a strategy that even we've used in the past, bro. Like when we started, I think we might even still be doing that sometimes. Like it depends on the property, but this, it looks like they just listed it on the 15th of this month, and yeah, so that one's pretty fresh. I would still hit it up, like you never know, like what the story might be. So I would still hit these guys up, tell them, hey, our number, we got to be at around 270. Do you think your seller would even consider that? You think they got any wiggle room with the price? We just got to see like what's up with the agent. We got to get them on the line, see what they say. But yeah, you're getting like the gist of like the numbers, right? Like how you got to play around with them sometimes with the 60%, 70%. Like you just got to keep that in mind. Like, yo, you're gonna come in here, you're gonna tell this guy, hey, I need 100K off of this property. They're gonna tell you like take a hike. Like you're crazy. So, all right, cool. Let's Yeah, bro. Don't take things personal in this because you're gonna get a lot more no's than yeses, and that's totally normal. So like, I would suggest just like not take it personal. The agent's just doing their job, right? Like they're trying to protect their client. Like that's what they're supposed to do. So don't take it personal. Don't burn any bridges. Be like, okay, hey, this might not be for us. Let me sit on the sidelines. We'll keep an eye on it. If anything else um, comes across your table that's in distress or it needs some work, like please keep us in mind. Contact us and like shoot them your email or what have you. But yeah, bro, we'll just keep them. It is like we got the numbers. It is what it is. We know what we need to get them at in order for us like to be able to dispo that for you. Like, if you got the numbers and you're like, hey, this is what we need to grab it at, like I'll get the property, I'll shoot it over to Danny, our dispo guy, and he'll look over it. He'll be like, all right, cool. If he has the contract at that figure, like I could definitely move that. I got the pool of buyers that they're like he knows exactly what they're looking for. So if he says it's good to go, like then that'll be cool for all parties. But all right, cool. So that's cool. So that was the second one. Portobello, right? So you got the figure for Portobello. What's the last one? Uh-huh. Right. Okay. The thing about this too, if you're gonna be looking at properties here in Nevada, is that you're actually there, bro. Like you could actually drive these properties. Like if they're not too far from where you're at, like you could actually go and like be essentially like, if we're gonna be working together, essentially be like boots on the ground, you know, like because that could be how we could help each other too. Like we have, we have the documentation, like we have the proof of funds, like we have whatever we need to in order for these agents to see us as like legitimate businesses, right? Like they're, because they're not just gonna go and like see like anybody just like sending them offers. They like a good agent, they'll like actually do a little bit of research and they'll see like, yo, who is this person, like, sending in this offer, like are they legitimate, like they'll, if they're good, they'll tend to look for that sort of stuff. So that's how we can help each other. We got all of our documentation, all of our contracts, like I said, proof of funds and everything that we can help you, like that we can provide to you. And you could be, if you're gonna be working this area, like you'll be boots on the ground, and that'll be perfect. We'll work hand in hand. So yeah, bro, we have all of that. We have all the documentation we need for, so that these agents can see that you're legitimate. Like that you're legit. All right, so I'm looking at 4975 Newton Drive, Paradise. 421644. Okay, cool. So yeah, this definitely looks like it needs work and needs updating. Cool. And what's my comp that you found? You broke up a bit. Say it again. 4768. Okay. 32 1455. Okay, cool. So let me see this. Yeah, 4768. So yeah, we're good. We're like 3 days away from the month. So I would even then, like, cause I doubt that Newton Drive 4975, like I doubt that it'll sell in the next week, right? So I would still take that into consideration, and I would still just add that point 0.85, bro. Like just be conservative. Like always think conservatively. Like you don't want none of that like biting you in the butt later. So because that's happened to us, So we're like, now we try, when it comes to comping, like really try to play it conservatively. Like, so just keep that in mind. So we did. So our subject property is actually bigger than this. Huh? It has one more extra bed. So in reality, if we were to comp this, 365 123, we'll knock off that, since we have an extra bed, we'll knock off a 10K right off the top. So in reality, our true ARV number is 355,000. And then if I multiply that by the 0.85, we're gonna get, yeah, 301, and then we multiply that by the 60%. I got 181. Yeah. Did you knock off that extra 10K for the bet? All right. Yeah, you gotta knock that off. Oh wait, we're the ones with the bigger house, right? My bad. Yeah, that's my fault. We're the ones with the bigger, with the extra bed. So I'm gonna add. So I got 191. What you get? Yeah, 190. So, 190. We're at 262. So right here we're asking for like a 72K drop. That's not too crazy. I think we could present that. And even then, like if we present that, right, we'll go with the point 60. We'll be like, hey, you know what, we would have to be at 190K. We know that we still have room to play, like up to that 70%. Does that make sense? So we know that we could still go up a little bit. Like as long as we're within that margin between the 60 and 70%, we're cool. We're chilling in that spot. But we'll present it at the 60% first, just to be conservative. Because if you get remember the lower that you acquire these properties, these contracts, like the more money, yeah, bro, the more money that's gonna be in your pocket. So if I think that's fair though, if we were to present 190, even 200, be like, yeah, 200K, that's what we need to be at for this person, for this agent, then I think it would work. If they're like, hey, uh you're gonna have to go a little bit up, a little bit higher, then okay, cool, like let me see what that number would be. um we're at 355,000. Wait, 365. 123 times 0.85 times 70%, 217. And then we said we're adding 10K, right? So okay, so this is the new number, 227. So if we stay between 190 and 227, any number in between that, we'll still be cool. We'll still be in the green. So it just gives you a little bit more ammunition, like, and room to negotiate, right? So if you call his agent up and you ask him all the questions that we ask on the script, and you come to the point where you tell him, okay, you know what, in order for this to work for us, we need to be at 190. Do you think that your seller would consider that? And they'll say, man, 190 is a little low. I think you would have to be a little bit closer to the price. And you would jump, okay, like, what do you think about two, like, just for sake of example, be like, what about 220? I think that's going to be my max offer that I could go. My max allowable, like, you'll just say it like straight up, like, my max allowable offer is going to be around 220K. Do you think they would consider that? And then you go from there, see what the agent will say. If they're cool, they'll be like, yeah, you know what, let me write up the offer, send it over my way, and I'll at least present it to my seller, see what they say, and we'll go from there. But if you offer this agent how long have these guys been on the market? 118 days. So they're overpriced, and who knows what's going on with this seller. Like, this home is a fixture, mostly cosmetic stuff with outdated generic amenities. One story in a corner lot. This is what the smart investors are swarming on. Flip it from 350K to 400K. Check the comps. Great price for a 4 bedroom. So whatever. We'll just this is another one where you just have to get on the line. You know your figures. You know what your number is. Like, this is like the right number that you got to be in. So how do you feel about comping now? Do you feel a little bit more comfortable with it? Yeah, so pools, last time I checked, yeah, we were doing about 25, 30K, right? If it has a pool, that's what we'll have to add to subtract from the comp, right? But I'll double check that for you. I think we're still using that formula, 25, 30K for the pool. But for the rooms, the kitchen, or I'm sorry, the bathroom, or like the rooms, we'll just do 10K for now. Like, if there's an extra room, we'll just knock off that 10K, or add the 10K if it has another one. So how do you feel about do you feel like you feel comfortable enough to give these agents a call, or how do you feel? That's awesome, bro. Bro, I think that's like, man, getting the, like, in my opinion, like I was telling you earlier, like, that's like half the battle. Like, because if you got good comps, um like it is what it is. Like numbers don't lie. Like you know what you got to be at, and a lot of the times like the agents do too. But just like we're trying to like get as low a offer as possible accepted, they're trying to get like the because we want the most money, they want the highest offer possible because they want the most money too. So as like the more we take off, like that's more money that they're losing on their end. But that's why we give them the option to like represent us, because that way they'll get double the commission. um and yeah, when you tell them that that you don't have any representation, and that if they would be willing to rep you on the deal and double in the deal, a lot of them are cool about it. Sometimes there'll be some that they'll be like, no, the seller told me, because the seller is allowed to tell them like, hey, you're only allowed to rep me on this, like you ain't allowed to rep no buyers. But even then you could still shoot that out there, because the agent, if they don't take it, they'll might have like a junior agent like in their office that they'll shoot it to, and it'll still be cool because it'll still be like an in-house thing. So you'll still be getting help from someone in that office, So it's always good to shoot that out for the double dip strategy, is what they call it. But what else did I want to ask you? Cool. So yeah, if you're gonna give them a call, just stick to that script, bro. Like you don't have to go word for word, but just get those main points. And when you get to the point, the when you get to the section where you make an offer, like you already have the numbers. You already did like half the like most of the work actually, like with that comp work. So I'm excited, bro. Like hit these up when you get a chance. These are all in Vegas. Vegas is yeah, it's about to be 4 o'clock over there, right? So if anything, hit them up today. Uh, See what they say. If they don't answer, I like to leave them a voicemail. Like for example, you call this guy right here at 4975 Newton, Greg. If they don't answer, just be like, hey Greg, my name is Ledell, just calling you about your property over on Newton Drive. Just calling you about your listing over on Newton Drive. Just wanted to see if it's still available. I'm an interested party. Just leave that voicemail if he doesn't answer, right? And leave your phone number. And if you don't answer, leave him a voicemail and send him a text message. Send them a voicemail, text message, and when they get back to you, you got your script and you got your figure that you're gonna shoot them, so you're good to go. And do that for all three. Cool. All right, bet. Sounds good, bro. So that was cool, man. That was cool. We'll just keep doing this. We'll keep running it. Uh, and anything that you need, just hit me up. We'll keep working together. See if we can lock something up, make some money. Cool. Can you hear me? All right. Yeah, I can hear you now. All right. All right, man. Appreciate the time, bro. So we'll keep in touch. Let me know how those calls go. All right. All right, bro. We'll talk later. Take care. All right. Bye.